agriculture doesn't just begin and end in the fields and gardens. Let's visit with philosophical farmer Clyde Fenton and his special guest from Charleston Middle School about Arkansas's Farm to School program.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this edition of the Philosophical Farmer. We're here today at the Charleston School, and we're going to talk a little bit about farm to school, school gardens, things like that. Charleston has had the opportunity to get some grants to advance their school garden, and we're going to be talking with some of the teachers and just understanding what their program is, where it has come from, and where it's going. We're really excited about what they're doing here and the opportunity for learning. And you know, these two teachers, they're fantastic. They love these kids, and they are really trying to develop them as people and using a hands-on teaching approach to be able to do that. We're here at the Charleston Middle School this afternoon. I'm here with Missy Stubblefield, the 7th and 8th grade science teacher. Missy, it's good to be here with you today. Can you tell us a little bit about your program and what you're doing here at Charleston Middle School?
Well, Clyde, I've been at Charleston for over 20 years, and I teach 7th and 8th grade science, and teaching science is my passion. I absolutely love to teach, but I know as a teacher and trying to be a quality teacher that learning is beyond the walls of the classroom. I'm not just trying to create science students, but people. I want to take what I'm teaching farther with them. I want them to learn skills way beyond the classroom. And so that kind of leads me into our garden. Several years ago, about 2008, I had a kind family move in with their children, and they saw the style of teaching that the 5th and 6th grade teacher, Sabrina Ketter, and myself teach, the styles that we teach. And we were often doing projects and programs outside. And they approached me with a grant opportunity, and they wanted to see if we would be interested in creating a garden where we could not only grow produce, but use it as an outdoor classroom. So that's what we've done. The shape of the garden utilizes students to be able to sit around the garden as I stand in front and teach lessons so we can enjoy the outdoors as I'm covering things. We've planted different types of vegetation over the years. Our goal was to allow the students to help cultivate and grow the plants and in the spring harvest those things. But many of the things that we tried to grow didn't come off until after the kids went home. And so a couple years ago, Jesse Taylor, who is our Franklin County Extension agent, came to my classroom. I use guest speakers a lot, and he approached me about planting strawberries. And strawberries are a great type of plant where the products come off in the spring. And so that's where we're at today. We're growing strawberries. We'll be collecting those, bringing them into the classroom. The students already know the process of what plants need to be vital. We'll take those in, talk about their nutrition, learn how to prepare healthy meals with those. And so that's kind of where we're at the present day.
Well, Missy, I appreciate you sharing. Of course, strawberries are one of my favorite plants. They really, truly are. But I also understand that challenge of finding something that works with your school year. So I love what you're doing here. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we just finished visiting with Missy Stubblefield, and now we have Sabrina Ketter here. Sabrina teaches 5th and 6th grade. She's the science teacher. One of the beauties of their program here is they've synthesized both their programs. Now, Sabrina, I'd like you to tell us a little bit about, we've kind of brought it from the past to the present. Take us from the present to the future. Where are you going with your program here?
Okay, so I know Missy mentioned growing strawberries, but we are looking for crops that we can utilize during the school year. So many times in the past, we've had things that come off in the summer and we just don't have the time to maintain. So we're looking forward to something that we can use while the kids are here. This spring, we've just received a couple of grants. We received a grant from the Arkansas Department of Agriculture, and we just found out this week we have a grant from the Farm Bureau, and those grants are going to help us redesign our garden. We are going to change the shape, and that's going to be with your help and Jesse Taylor from the Franklin County Extension Office. You guys have been so nice to offer and help us with our redesign. And we're basically going to double our garden space. And along with that redesign, we are going to use a high tunnel to help enclose our garden over the winter months and hope for the best growing season we can in the spring.
Sabrina, can you tell us what are you planning to do with the strawberries?
Okay, so as we get ready to redesign, the kids are actually going to help us with that. They are going to help us deconstruct and put it all back together, so they are a part of the process. But they will also be involved in any future planting. They will be involved in picking the strawberries, and then we want to bring that into the classroom and educate them on nutrition, have them make some things with the strawberries, different recipes, and maybe even some things that they can make and take home, some foods that they can do that with.
Well, that sounds great. So like maybe jams and jellies
Yes,
and
yes.
things like that.
Something that's not too complicated for the classroom, but still gets them involved. Our kids really shine in some of those areas when we even just bring them out and pull weeds in the garden. Some of them just, stand out in that area, and they love to get their hands dirty.
Well, that sounds great. I really appreciate your time today. It sounds like you got a wonderful program going here. We're looking forward to helping you guys move ahead with this program, and excited about what we're going to see here in the future.
We are too. Thank you.
All right. We've been talking today with some teachers about, how they're impacting students. I usually give a philosophical thought. I guess I'm going to go a little bit different direction today. I've had the privilege in my life of watching students blossom as they experience hands-on learning, and all of a sudden the learning that they're getting is becoming practical. I want to encourage you today. These are wonderful programs when schools do a school garden or other hands-on programs. Get behind them. Support your local schools and the programs they run where they're teaching their kids with hands-on experience, because it really makes a difference.